Hello, welcome back to another tutorial. So today I'm going to show you how I do a really quick smoky wing. I've been a big fan of Hung Van Gogh for a very long time. I think he's such an amazing makeup artist. And last week I got to watch a masterclass with him and Laura Mercier, and he inspired me to use more cream products on the eyes. This is something I used to use like years ago when I worked at MAC. I would use the paint pots all the time, which are these creamy eyeshadows because they're just so quick and easy to use. And then I don't know, over the years I just kind of changed and started using other things, but watching him do makeup, it just kind of inspired me to go back to using more cream shadows on my eyes because they're so quick and easy to use. So I'm going to show you today how I do a very quick kind of smoky winged shadow look. It's very quick and very easy. I'm going to use the Laneige Dewy Makeup Base. So this will just help prep my skin and get it all nice and smooth and dewy. So this is a product that I have been loving so much lately. It's the Becca Light Shifter Dewy Tint. It's similar to the Charlotte Tilbury one, but it has just a little bit more coverage, I find. I'm going to use the shade number 2. So it just really like blurs out any imperfections on your skin. It's so nice and just gives you that really nice glow. I like to put this on with my fingers. You can put it on with a brush or however you like to put it on, but I just like how it looks putting it on with my hands. So I more so just focused this just on my high points of my face, so my cheekbones, here along my forehead, my chin, a little bit down my nose too. And I'm going to jump in and do my foundation. I'm taking the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This is the shade Vienna. Okay, so we have the base down. I'm going to take my Huda Beauty Tantour. This is the shade Light. So I'm taking some of this on a Morphe G40 brush. It looks like this, and I'm just going to use this to contour my cheekbones. I like to just take a little bit then up around my hairline, just to add a little bit of warmth, and just I like to contour a little bit down here. Just gonna do down my nose a little bit. I don't really contour my nose a whole lot, but sometimes I'll just, if I do my contour before I do my highlight, I'll just kind of dust the brush down along my nose. And now concealer. I'm taking my Fenty Beauty concealer in the shade 200, and I'm going to just use this to highlight and conceal. I like to just go down a little bit, down along my nose, see here, so then it kind of just tidies up the contour that I did. I like to do a little bit up here towards my temples. Just feel like it gives your eye a little bit of a lift. I'm just using this Morphe using this Morphe Y10 brush just to blend the concealer out. Before I set anything, I'm going to do my cream highlight and cream blush. I'll do the blush first, taking my Rare Beauty blush in the shade Bliss. So I like to just do that up along my cheekbones. When I'm blending out my cream blushes, I like to just kind of tap and drag the way I'm doing here. You can also use this with your fingers, but I like to use a brush with this. And then on top of that, I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm. I'm going to do that a little bit higher up on my cheekbones. I'm just going to take the same brush then to blend that in. So it just gives us that nice glow to our cheeks, and it brings a little bit of glow into the blush because the blush is a matte finish. But we are not about the matte life over here. Now we can set. I'm going to take this Becca, what's it called, Light Shifter Finishing Veil. I love this powder. This is the shade number 2. I find that it sets my skin really nicely while still maintaining the glow because it's not a matte powder. So it's taking away like the excess shine but still keeping it dewy. So it's not like completely matting down my skin. But I'm going to take this powder from Dior. It's just a matte finishing powder. I'm going to take a little bit and just pop that on this pimple because we don't want him to be shiny. Okay, we're going to jump in now and do brows quickly. I'm going to take my Benefit brow set, and I'm just going to go and set my brows. I like to just comb them down first and then comb them up. I like to just press down and then set them in place. I'm just going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pen in the shade Taupe and Soft Brown just to fill in the rest of my brow. So I'm going to put a little base colour on. I'm going to take my Urban Decay eye primer. This is in the shade Caffeine, which I don't even know if there's any left in it because I use it all the time. I'm just kind of going to drag it out here a little bit. Now I'm going in with this Caviar Stick eye colour from Laura Mercier in the shade Coca. So it's just like kind of like a cream stick. These are great. They're so pigmented, so easy to use. So I'm going to show you how I do a little wing with this. I have this little flat fluffy brush that I'm going to use. So I'm just going to apply this close to my lash line. Like kind of just towards the outer part, so about that much. And then I'm going to take my little blending brush and I'm just going to start by kind of moving the product around. So I'm just softening this out and then I'm going to pull the product out in the shape of a wing. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to just drag it out in that direction. So out towards the temple. Again, it doesn't matter if it's like thick and chunky at the end because we can tidy all that up. But we're just getting our shape down. As you can see, I'm just doing like a soft little flicking motion. The reason I didn't go all the way in with the product is you can see how it just spread itself with the brush. If I had went all the way in with this, it just would have ended up blowing out too much and just would have been a mess. So I'm just going to add a bit more to the outer part right here. Just want to darken that edge here. So I'm just going to go in with the concealer brush that I used and just tidy up underneath. And I'm going to take a little bit of this onto my brush, like this. And I'm just going to go onto the outer under part of my eye. I feel like that just kind of helps like pull it together a little bit. You know, you can go in with your finger and like smudge this around and move it around. They do set on the skin, but it gives you a bit of time to play around with the products. They're not like the minute you put it on it sets. So they're really good to just like manipulate the shape and move them around. Like, see how quick and easy that was? I think it still gives you that winged feline shape without having to go in and do an actual winged liner. So I'm just going to jump into this palette from Colourpop. I just want to use this little mustard shade and take a little bit of that, and then I'm just going to go over this under outer part of my eye. I just kind of want to bring a little bit of the mustard shade here because it's similar to the shade that I used as my base. So I'm just going to apply some lashes. Again, I don't know which ones these are. I promise next time I open a new set of lashes. I'll put them back in the box so I know which ones they are. Okay, now I just want to warm up my skin a little bit. I'm going to take this bronzer from Haus. It's called Desert. Now let's go into lips. I want to use this lipstick from Natasha Denona. It's called I Need a Nude. It's part of her Valentine's Day collection. Very cute. So I'm just going to put this on first and then I'll see what I'll do for liner. Define my lips. I'll take this nude from Nabla. It's the nude number 2. I'm going to take a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter in the shade number 2.5, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of this over on my cheekbones just with my finger, just to give us a little bit more of a glow. This product is great for applying over foundation, even over powder. I found that it just sits so nicely on the skin. Like, it doesn't mess up what's underneath it. Like, it didn't affect any of the makeup underneath here. It just sat on top and added a nice glow. I'm just going to take a little bit of this Dior gloss. It's the shade number 354. And I don't want a lot on, I'm just kind of tapping it on just to add a bit of a sheen. So that is it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little something. And that is pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.